Hey guys, gals, Ted from PV Farms here. It is Sunday morning, about 8:30 I think. It is June 2nd, I believe. Instead of saying June something, I'm almost positive it's June 2nd. So you can see we're walking through some nice lush grass. We're walking over, this morning I just put up a temporary fence divider in one of our main pastures over here in the summer grazing system. I think looks like we gave them about we'll call it 3 acres. They are going to be on an 7 to 8 day grazing plan, as we're going to be rotating them, and they were pretty happy. There was still plenty of grass in the first one that we let these girls out in, but I believe it's gonna work. Winded. I've been running around this morning trying to get everything done before we get this rain. Rain this weekend is an understatement. We had some super severe flooding. Not personally here in my hometown, but the township that I work for. I got called in yesterday evening. And we had to go out and, let's see, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm always looking for that one word. Not obsess. Anyways, observe the damage. And basically, we had to put up a lot of barricades. We didn't have to close any roads off, but we did have to cut a few roads down to 1 lane. We had to block a lot of shoulders off. A lot of our shoulders got washed out. I heard a lot of people say within a 20-minute to a half-hour period, up to 2 inches plus dropped, which is a lot of rain. And it hit south of us here, where I'm at right now. We did get, a pretty good storm, but we didn't get any flooding. So, yeah, I'm gonna let you guys check out the girls. Everybody's doing great. Calf wise, we still have our 5 calves. They're doing good. They are way down yonder. Let's see if I can flip it around. No, I can't. All right. Well, anyways, they're way down yonder, down there. I'm not sure what it is, but it seems like whenever I let cows into a new pasture, basically what happens is the calves, it takes them a while to figure out how to get through the gate. So they'll just stand down there in a bunch, and they'll all whine and cry, and moms will blat a little bit, but they eventually find their way through. And the only thing that's not happening here that I wish was, guys, is I told you guys that I was going to be putting a water line in, and it has not been done yet. I was going to run a water line up through these pastures so I could run individual water tubs. Like right now where this one's set up, this would actually be able to catch 4 paddocks just from one water line. And we just haven't got it. I had the in on some sap line, and I lost out on that. If you snooze, you lose. That was my own fault. I procrastinated and waited a couple extra days to go get it, and it was already gone. So just kind of still got my feelers out there looking for water line, whatever. I need about 1,000 feet to get up here, and get a stationary water tub that'll feed these paddocks. But I'm hoping that'll happen this week. Like I said, I'm really looking and really want it done. So in the meantime, these cows are going to have to go back to paddock number 1, which they started grazing in. My hoping is that if I rotate these girls fluently enough within the next couple weeks, if I don't get that water line in until then, you know, hopefully they'll come up onto the new paddock and get plenty of grass to graze in. So those are my plans. Hopefully it works out. And I say nothing ever works out according to Ted's world, but hopefully it works. Trying to think what else going on. No, just been scurrying around this morning trying to get this set up for these girls, and as you can see, they're in their new paddock. What we used, if you look behind me, what we used over here was the temporary poles that I bought this spring, and I did not buy the 9-strand nylon wire, whatever you want to call it. I'm using a 14 gauge wire. It's pretty easy to roll up by hand, and you know, they're short spurts. We're running. Sorry about that, guys. That's what happens when you use your phone for a video device. If you get a phone call, you lose it. Well, as you can see, it's raining right now. No, we used the 14 gauge metal wire, and it seems to work really good. 1 strand, let's just call it 2 feet up off the ground. The calves could crawl underneath of it, or, you know, roll underneath of it if they're laying on there, but yeah, they stay pretty close to mom anyways. The cows, there's enough juice. I just tested it. It's got over 5,000 volts or whatever you want to call it on it. So plenty of juice in there to keep them in. It worked over across the street. I know it'll work here. So we're just going to keep doing that. I know where I'm going to run my next run once I move these girls. I figured this will last them about a week. I mean, there's plenty of grass, as you can see. It's really lush, pretty deep. So that'll last them about another week, and then we'll just move them on to another one. And if all luck goes good in my favor, I will have some kind of water line. If not, I'm actually possibly thinking about getting one of them 300-gallon food grade containers. They're all over the place for less than $100, and I might even be able to get my hand on one of them, throw it on a trailer, fill it up at the barn, bring it over, and fill the water tub up a couple times a week. You know, if that works, it works. And then that'll keep the cows out of these other paddocks and give the rest period that it needs. So it's going to help because these cows do have fresh grass over here. They're going to spend the majority of their eating time in this paddock anyways. And I am getting soaked. Beach yesterday. Yesterday was horrible. Like I said, we got a lot of rain yesterday. Today, tomorrow is supposed to rain now, so don't look forward to any videos of me doing any hay this week. It ain't gonna happen. I was really hoping, you know, 2 weeks ago and a week ago when I was looking at the long range. Nope, that's changed. It's a shame. I've never been able to do hay the first week of June, so it's not that big of a disappointment because normally we're right around the end of June, 3rd week of June, and we're into July. And to be honest with you, I've actually had a field or two that I've had to do in August, first cut. So as long as I get enough hay put away for my animals, that's all that really matters to me. It's, you know, yes, I want to be able to make extra bales. I want to be able to get a second cut and everything like that. But my main number 1 priority here in this mission statement that I have is basically make sure that these cows have enough hay to survive through the winter. If I don't have enough hay to sell, whatever. You know, and the selling things just to only recoup a little bit of the costs that we spend during hay season. Diesel fuel, twine, wear and tear and breakdowns on the equipment has been very fluent this year. Just the other day I was down road tilling my dad's big, let's just call it a 1-acre sweet corn garden, and first pass, the PTO shaft snapped in half. Slip clutch grabbed, caught a big stone, and I guess that was too much strain on that PTO shaft. So got some time. It's a good day. I think it's supposed to do this all day long. I'm going to be in the shop. The 5610 got a new seat on it. I will show you guys that. Nothing, you know, awesomely majorly cool, but to me, that is awesome. I did put a new seat on it. I've had a lot of comments from people telling me that I needed a new seat, and yes, I did. There was no way in hell that we were going to sit our ass on a tractor for 8 hours, especially that tractor, which is also a very comfortable tractor to be in the field with, but on that seat that was there. Last year was bad enough. I had to put a cushion down over top of it. But no, this year we have a new seat. I think my buddy's coming up, and we're going to plug that ignition switch back together, and the only reason he's going to come help me do it, even though we've already went through it once, traced all the wires and everything, I forgot. I should have took pictures. I should have took a video. I should have did something, but I forgot what wires were what. I know what my hot wire was, but I don't remember the rest of the wires. So we're going to hopefully get that done today. But that tractor is good as gold, guys. It's ready to go. We have started it up before, so she's going to start. The International 340, I was able to get that. I put a new battery cable on it. I had to jump the battery, put some fuel in it, and she started right up. Now the only problem I see with that is if you're running at a high idle, you have to have the choke all the way out or it'll kill itself out. If you're running at just an idle, no choke. So obviously there's a little fuel issue there, gas issue. It's a gas tractor. Gas issue there. Well, we'll be looking into that here pretty soon. Like I said, it looks like this week is going to be one of them weeks again, and it's just going to pertain to a lot of fixing crap up because you can't do any hay, nothing real major. So keep working on stuff, getting stuff ready to go for our 2019 hay season. Like I said, it's going to be exciting. We got some really, really good yield this year by the looks of our fields. Very thick. I like the way it looks. The manure program that we've been using looks like it has been working. It's amazing how I see not that year, so if I was to spread this field right here, which I did, this is the pasture right here that I spread on this winter, and this part down here. You don't see a huge difference than what I remember from last year, but I noticed that the year afterwards, so it would be actually a full year and a half, the grass is gorgeous. It looks amazing. I've noticed that in my hay fields. It takes like 2 years to actually show what you've been doing to your ground. So the calves are still way down yonder. I know you guys probably can't see them, but they're in that other paddock. They'll figure it out though. But very happy to let these girls out into here. Like I said, it's going to be some good grazing. And look forward to next Sunday where I am standing. We will be letting the girls out into here, and we'll throw that temporary fence somewhere at the top of the hill there, give them another 2.5, 3 acres, and there'll be one piece left in this big pasture. That'll be about 2 acres, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 3 more. So there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more rotations before they make it back to the main one that they were in earlier. And there's another part where we kept the baleage this year. I haven't been mowing that. That was part of the lawn that the previous owners were always mowing. We've just been letting that grow up, and it's, I would say, knee deep already. Looks really good. I want to get some fence around that. It's only going to be a 2-sided fence, so it should be a simple deal. It's just a matter of putting the poles in the ground, trying to get in there with the tractor. It's really wet. Our wet areas have stayed wet all summer long so far. Stuff is starting to firm up, but so yeah, hopefully. I didn't get any pictures yesterday when I got called out. I tell you what, guys, some of the damage that the township that I work for got was just, like I said, shoulders were washed out, 2 foot deep, some were as deep as a ditch. We had pipes that were broke in the middle of, not the road per se, but on the edge of the shoulder. Big 2 foot pipes, and the water was coming so fast through those pipes that it actually come up through holes in the pipe and geysered up and made big huge sinkholes in our shoulders. I mean deep. Another pipe that we had on a road, that's the one we had to put down to 1 lane. It took, I bet you, 10-15 loads of gravel, washed it right off the shoulder. It just put a huge hole. So I mean, that's a big priority that we're going to be working on Monday, and we're going to be going around filling these shoulders back in because there's a lot of dangerous situations there, especially if somebody goes off the road. somebody's going to get hurt. So we're going to be spending our time next week in the township that I work for, and we're going to be doing a lot of road cleanup from this flood that they had. So, oh well, Mother Nature, there's nothing we can do about it. You just got to deal with it and enjoy every moment that comes at you. So, whew, I get winded too easy. All right, guys. Well, that being said, thank you for checking this video out. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. Throw me a comment. I love the comments. I love talking, chit-chatting with you guys. Good or bad, I like them all. I'll have an answer for you. And if you're not already subscribed and are watching this, please subscribe. We're trying to get our subscriber base up. And mainly, my main reason for doing that is I want to hit 1,000 subscribers. Right now, I think I'm at like 480. And yes, the 1,000 subscribers and the monetization, you can start collecting money from ads if you have viewable hours and stuff like that. I'm not worried about that. Honestly, not, because it ain't gonna help me any. I miss live streaming with you guys. Yeah, I could sit up and on the computer and do a live stream, or you know, Brian from SLC Farms, he's got he uses his mobile as a hotspot for a little computer or something that he got for the tractors. So he's been doing lives. I could do that, but I'm not ready to invest in that kind of stuff. I miss doing live streams with you guys. I miss talking to you guys live. That was so much fun. That was probably the best part about YouTube for me, was doing live streams, and I really miss it. So if you guys have not already subscribed to this channel, please do. It'll help me out greatly, and I know a lot of people will appreciate it if I can be back on doing lives again. So that being said, guys, I look forward to talking to y'all real soon.